This guy is too fun. Grant, I'm Kat Lane with the new Hits 97.3. It is Miami Music Weekend, and we are at the Hits Hotel, a.k.a. the Clevelander. And he's so much fun. We were just talking backstage, and now we're continuing on. But tell us a little bit about yourself, where you're from. I know you're studying for school in LA,
Right.
but tell them a little bit more.
So my name is Grant, and my artist name is Grant. And I'm born and raised in San Diego, but studying at USC in LA, studying music production. And I've just been out here with Monster Cat playing the Monster Cat show that just had like one of the craziest lineups ever. And it was a pretty insane experience for me. It had like Cascade, San Holo, Oliver Heldens, and all those people.
Yep.
And I beat to bead with Mern, which is like back-to-back set. And it was my first back-to-back set ever. So it was like pretty nerve-wracking, but super fun.
What's funny is that Mern was just up here interviewing, and he was
Right.
like, "Oh, Grant's downstairs,"
Yeah.
and he wanted to go check you out. And then I heard a little bit of at the end of your set,
Oh, yeah?
and he was rocking. Considering it's we're just getting the day going,
Right,
and but it's like full throttle here.
Always time to start the day with some trap.
Yeah, exactly. I mean,
Yeah.
it is Miami Music Weekend. You can't
True.
go wrong
Yeah.
with a little bit of trap. So, so you're going to school in LA
Yeah,
for music.
right.
What is that like for you, being on tour and then being in
It's
school and?
Tricky. Like,
Tricky.
I'm at this crazy point right now where I'm like in school and I'm in my third year, but I'm also like out here touring and like I'm about to just play. I've been playing a bunch of shows. I just did China and I just did Miami, and we're about to do a little North America stint as well. So it's just kind of like hard because when you're paying all this money for school and you're also gone for a month and your parents see that and they're like, "What are you doing? Like, you got to pick one." And like,
See, he's
you know,
human and a
struggle of
DJ.
a college student, I guess. First world problems, whatever, but
Yeah,
like,
but I mean, for anyone aspiring out there, like you can do both clearly, and it might be a little tricky. Just gotta
Right.
finagle your way
right,
around
you can
it.
do both to a certain point, but I also think that like music's such a you gotta like commit yourself at some point, and you just gotta figure out when the time is. You got like a window where like you've built up. It's momentum, so you've built up this window to a certain point, and then it's like you gotta really commit at some point. And I'm still kind of figuring out my
His
priorities
point.
and everything.
You're looking for that point.
I'm looking for that point. I'm like, it's a constant discussion, but I love music and I'm studying music, so it's just kind of like, it's all, I wish it was all perfectly the same thing. Like I wish I was majoring in DJing. Like that'd be perfect. Then I wouldn't have to worry
Majoring.
about
Maybe one day there'll be a DJ major. I was saying backstage, at least he's not, majoring in
Right.
brain surgery, and then also
Yeah.
trying to be a DJ, and then that would be a big clash. Not that it's not possible,
Yeah,
but
RIP any parents that pay like private school tuition for their kid to major in DJing though. That'd be crazy.
You never know. I mean, there are people who end up with very, very nice careers from DJing.
True. That is
so,
true.
it all depends on the perspective.
That is true.
Speaking of perspective, what would you say outside of the whole schooling world is really great advice that you would give people who are just starting out?
I'd say admire you're gonna find people's music that really inspires you. For me, like starting out when I was like first producing, like Porter was my big inspiration.
Ooh, nice.
But you find these like idols as you go, and you find these people that like you really like their music, and you can borrow things from them to an extent, but you also have to realize that like they did their own original thing, and that you need to do that same thing for yourself, if that makes any sense. Like you can't spend your time just borrowing things from people constantly.
Finding what makes you unique.
Right. You need to admire your artists because they found something that makes them unique and that made them stand out. And I think that who you pick as your artist will kind of, as your idol, if you're that kind of person, will kind of determine your trajectory, because they're who you look up to, they're who you hold as your standard of excellence. But if you get too drowned out in trying to copy them and trying to borrow things from them, you're not going to find your own unique path. So I think
balance.
At the same time,
a lot of balance going on.
Balance. Ignorance is bliss to an extent when you don't try to spend too much time learning from other people, but also I don't know, originality. That's all I'm saying. Just like spend your time learning your craft, but then it's all about originality. What can you bring to the table?
Awesome. So what can you bring to the table? You want to find that if you're an aspiring DJ, producer, singer, anything really in entertainment, or maybe in everything in the world. You want to find your lane. No pun intended.
Yeah.
Kathleen here. So we're here with the new Hits 97.3 at the Hits Hotel, and I just want to make sure that they know what you're most proud of right now that you're doing musically.
Musically, like in terms of writing music or DJing or something, or
All of the above.
whoa, okay. Well, I just finished up I'm finishing up one of my favorite songs that I've probably been a part of yet,
Ooh.
and I'm really excited to share that with people. And
Do you have
also,
a name?
For the song?
Yeah.
It's a secret. I can't tell.
A secret, but this is like the secret space right here. How about one word of the name?
Edge.
Edge. I like it. We
Yeah,
got
yeah.
the exclusive right here at the Hits Hotel.
Super edgy. No.
Oh, is there an edge in the actual name?
There's
or-
actually the
Okay,
word
cool.
edge is in the name.
Awesome. We got it right here. The new Hits 97.3.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! Watch out, world. But I mean, honestly, like, just I got to tour in China, and that was
Awesome.
such a just a crazy life experience. Like, everybody there just like is so kind and like appreciative of you, and like honestly, you feel like a king whenever you travel there to tour. And it's like weird because like I haven't even toured in the States that much, but I've gone to China twice now, and it's all thanks to Monster Cat, honestly. But
Awesome.
it's just been a crazy life experience.
Okay, really great. And so I just want to make sure that they know where to find you so they can check out all your music. They can tune in and make sure they hear Edge,
Right.
whatever Edge is called in the finality. But so Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, all the same, call me Grant.
Just Instagram, but you know, like that's all the kids use these days. So you know, underscore call me Grant.
See, he thinks Instagram's the best without saying it. Anyway, Kathleen here with Grant. It's been a pleasure. Keep
Thank you.
rocking the whole weekend long, and peace.